The town of Point Pleasant is located along the Ohio River on the western border of West Virginia. This unassuming town sat at the crossroads of several historical events. Point Pleasant is within the traditional homelands of the native Shawnee tribe of American Indians. The French explored this area in the 1740s and started the displacement of the native peoples and the onset of European colonialism. Colonel George Washington visited here in 1770 on a mission from the governor of Virginia. And in 1803, Meriwether Lewis went down the Ohio River to meet up with William Clark in Louisville, Kentucky, and set off for their famous expedition across what today is America. Well, this town has witnessed the history of America unfold. The moment that made Point Pleasant famous came in the 1960s when an unknown force is claimed to have made this town its home. The locals refer to this entity as the Mothman. Similar to many ancient myths and legends, Mothman seems to consist of a combination of animal and humanoid parts. The creature is said to be the size of an adult male with large gray wings and red glowing eyes that peer out from a hunched and bird-like head.
It almost looked like a big owl. It has the sketch like this and the wings.
No neck.
Right, no neck. If it had a head or whatever. Some people claim they saw the head, but it's almost like it was sunk down in its chest, the eyes, like a giant owl almost.
Yeah.
And but that's kind of what it looked like. There wasn't a lot of detail. When people are scared out of their wits, they don't always get a lot of specific detail.
After night falls, the Mothman is sometimes seen soaring over skies, over this quaint riverside town and the surrounding hills. Some accounts even suggest the Mothman stalks cars and people venturing out into the night. So here we are in front of the world-famous Mothman Museum in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the epicenter of Mothman mania. This is where the alleged Mothman sightings happened, right around the collapse of the Silver Bridge. The Mothman is said to be a harbinger of imminent disaster, and sightings often happen leading up to terrible events. The most well-known of these events happened on December 15, 1967. This is the site of a huge tragedy, not just for the region, but in the country. 46 people died right out here. There's a Mothman lore around that, and who knows, right? A single eye bar broke during rush hour traffic and collapsed the bridge, resulting in the deaths of 46 people. Many locals reported sightings of the Mothman in the days and weeks before the collapse. Even now, locals still continue to see the Mothman and share stories of their encounters. Do these sightings warn of new tragedies? Only time will tell. There are many theories for how the Mothman came into being. The most common theory is that the creature is the result of a military experiment. During World War II, a military depot was established 5 miles north of Point Pleasant. It was known as the Ordnance Works, but the locals referred to it as the TNT area. Within its gates are the ruins of domed bunkers that stored explosives for the war effort. This theory also suggests that the Mothman still resides in the TNT area. But the brave can explore the ruins in the current McClintock Wildlife Management Area. So we are here at the McClintock Wildlife Management Area, well known for these several bunkers that were here during World War II, where Mothman may have originated. Maybe Mothman was a government, scientific conspiracy. Since being abandoned by the military, this would be a great place for Mothman to hide out today if he were around and wanted a place to conceal his whereabouts. Tourists should know unexploded ordnance remains and the ruins are in disrepair, so there are many reasons to stay safe as you explore. Another theory for the Mothman's origins, a popular one with those who search for cryptozoological creatures, is that it may be interdimensional or demonic. The implication that hard-to-find entities could emerge at will from another plane of existence and then disappear without physical evidence means that both skeptics and believers alike can support their beliefs. This theory also supports the idea that the creature could be a fallen angel, choosing when and where to appear. A book titled The Mothman Prophecies was released by writer John Keel in 1975 and later became the 2002 film of the same name. The book tells the story of the 1967 bridge collapse through Keel's supernatural views. Media like this played a large part in popularizing the creature and drawing in tourists who might not have otherwise been aware of the Mothman. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Beautiful little town, quaint, charming. It's kind of a quintessential Ohio River little town. Today, paranormal enthusiasts flock to Point Pleasant to explore the rumored roosts of this elusive creature. Embracing the legend, the town of Point Pleasant now hosts the world's only Mothman museum, and every September, the locals hold a Mothman festival that features tours, films, music, and other events to celebrate Point Pleasant's biggest tourist attraction. The Mothman Museum is open daily and admission is $4.50 per person. The museum features original press clippings and video footage of the Silver Bridge disaster, handwritten police reports of Mothman eyewitness accounts, a breakdown of UFO activity in the town and surrounding areas, Mothman souvenirs, props from the Mothman Prophecies film, The Search for the Mothman documentary, and exhibits on John Keel, the Silver Bridge, and the Men in Black. Outside the museum is a life-size statue of Mothman that you can take photos with, whether you were unlucky enough or lucky enough to not see the creature lording over the night skies. The Point Pleasant area also features murals depicting historical events, the ruins of the Silver Bridge, 2 historic parks depicting early settler life, and charming shops and businesses. Is the Mothman of Point Pleasant just a piece of modern folklore? Reports of similar creatures such as the Houston Batman and Cornish Owlman have been around for decades, and recent sightings of a flying humanoid in Chicago give enthusiasts hope for evidence, or a sighting. We may never have an answer, but while we work for a better understanding of these difficult-to-understand events, we can seek answers in the epicenter, Point Pleasant, West Virginia.